Today, we will be exploring assessment tools, specifically Kahoot and Nearpod. Let's talk about why I chose these tools. They're two of my favorites, mostly because they're easy to use. There's seamless conversion between Google Slides and Nearpod using the Google add-on feature. They're easily accessible for students due to the students' familiarity with both tools in their other classes. And finally, they both have a fun, friendly, and attractive interface for students. Let's take a little tour. So here is my Kahoot account. On the right-hand side, you see the different Kahoots that I have created. I'm going to open up one of the Kahoots here. This is a quiz that I've created in Kahoot for my students. I want to show you where Kahoot will allow you to assign the Kahoot to students to play independently. Even though it's a gaming sequence, I like how I'm able to use it for students to review, to preview information as a pre-assessment, as a summarizer. For students who are digital learners, or even who might be learning from home or from another location, Kahoot will allow you to generate a link here where they can work on their own using a self-paced model. So I think that is one definite benefit for students who need more time to absorb information and to review information for upcoming tests and quizzes. So that's one feature about Kahoot that I think is really important. I'm going to transition over to Nearpod, but first I'm going to go to Google Slides, where I initially built a slide that I want to teach my students about the engineering design process. So the beauty about Nearpod is that I can take my existing Google Slides and transfer them over into Nearpod. And this is how you would do that. At the top of your screen, there's an add-on feature. So I added Nearpod in as one of my Google Slides add-ons. I'm going to open it. And this tab over on the side is where I can begin to edit my Google slide before I go into Nearpod. So these are all the Nearpod features that I can add to my different presentation slides. Drag and drop, I can add audio, I can add video, collaborative boards, virtual tours, all of these different options. Matching pairs. These are all different ways that students could practice information and content that they've learned. Here's an open-ended question feature that I can build in and have students respond to them during the course of the lesson. And also quizzes and polls can be embedded to see how students are faring with how they're learning the material. Here's one assessment portion is called Time to Climb. Students love that. Super engaging. Graphics are cute for kids and they love doing it. Makes it really competitive for them. Over here on the left-hand side of my slides, you can see where I've added in video content in between the other components that I had in the original slide. Here's how my Nearpod add-ons look. This is the video I've added. Here's an open-ended question I've added. Here's a matching activity. And finally, a summarizer, Time to Climb. So I'm going to go into Nearpod and I want to actually look at it. So once you get into the Nearpod account, here is my dashboard of all the lessons that I've created. This is the one that I was just working on. I mentioned in the presentation that what I really like about Nearpod is that you can work synchronously through Nearpod and asynchronously. So here's live presentation where I would click and open up for students to actually work along with me as I'm teaching the lesson. But here's a student self-paced option where you can generate a link for students to work on at home, either if you're doing a flipped classroom model, or maybe students are working digitally in general. That's a fantastic option. Or even students who want to review the material again can review it later on in the course of learning. So let's discuss some similarities of the tools. Both are used to formally assess. They can be used to preview information They are highly engaging with gaming, music, and celebration features. They both have synchronous and asynchronous options for use, which is perfect for supporting the needs of in-person and digital learners. Differences include Nearpod is used to present content. There are a variety of instructional tools and strategies embedded in Nearpod. There are virtual tours. You can embed videos and photos. There are collaboration tools so students can communicate with one another and with the teacher. And there are assessment tools, namely Time to Climb, which is an awesome game that kids love to play. How these tools can be used in the classroom. Let's start with Kahoot. Kahoot is perfect for activators and summarizers. It can also be used for test and quiz review, and also for polling students to assess their perception of how they're learning and also get their point of view on the actual digital tool itself. Now let's talk about Nearpod. Nearpod is perfect for content and knowledge development during instruction, enhancing student collaboration with all the add-on features, and also to support summative assessment. Benefits for students. Primary benefits for students for each tool include that they help maintain lesson engagement. Even for your less outgoing students, both of these digital tools will allow students to enhance their collaboration through the digital format. Students who aren't comfortable speaking out loud can participate in the collaborative add-on tools that Nearpod offers. That's a great way for them to share what they know. Students can learn at their own pace and review previously taught material using the asynchronous self-paced link. This is a great option for students who are working remotely or even in class in a center format. Students can work independently using that asynchronous or self-paced link. And finally, special education and English language learners can benefit from the voice recorder feature, particularly in Nearpod, to support accommodations. The teacher can voice record instructions and important information to ensure that their students understand what they're asked to do when they're engaging with the technology. I hope this presentation has been helpful. Have a great day.